Hi, this is Revati Mahurkar and you're watching me on Filmymantra.
आपने अपने गाने से काफ़ी लोगों का कत्ल किया है, बट कोई ऐसा रहा है जीवन में जिसने कभी अपनी अदाओं या अपनी खूबसूरती या कभी अपनी सुंदरता से आपका कत्ल किया?
Oh,
Any relationship?
I don't watch Big Boss.
Oh, you don't?
No.
But, okay. You never watched?
I've never watched
And
Big
have
Boss.
you never been approached for it?
No.
Okay. Any reality show in India, have you ever been approached, let's say?
Dance reality shows.
Okay.
Yeah. So I met Bosco sir, I saw his studio and everything, and he showed me, a couple of songs they're working on.
Okay.
इसमें से Qatal था.
Okay.
That
Oh God.
And then I found out कि बादशाह ने भी मुझे मैसेज किया था कि congratulations on this video with Guru and everything. So that was amazing. Crazy to see people like Tamanna, people like Shrilleela, are all liking and I think major person in Bollywood to follow me. So it was just interesting, and I think I shared it with my mom or one of my friends or something.
Pizza and fries.
Pizza.
Okay, pizza, pasta.
Pizza.
Pizza या pizza lover हो गॉन. Pizza और biryani.
Pizza.
Google was telling that you have also worked with Ganesh Acharya. Is it?
I have, yes.
Oh,
yeah.
When? Where?
I also really like Zalim, that
Okay.
Nora and Badshah together.
Seems like you're a Nora fan.
Yeah, of course. Who isn't, right? Who isn't?
True, that's true.
Madhuri Dixit ji has always been a huge inspiration, I think, since I was a kid. And I was so sure that I would get into this team because I was like, mujhse better kaun hai, right?
Chocolate. But let's first go to the dare.
Yeah, okay. Or sorry. I think I'm too excited for these chocolates.
Hi, this is Mohit, Rana, and you're watching yet another episode of the FM show on Filmymantra, a show where we celebrate stories, have fun, and bring you the entertainment you deserve. और आज मेरे साथ काफ़ी खास गेस्ट मौजूद हैं. इन्होंने अपने मूव से हम सबको इम्प्रेस तो किया ही है, पर अपने पहले गाने से ही सोशल मीडिया पर धमाका मचा दिया है. Please welcome the Qatal girl herself, Revati Mahurkar. Hi, Revati.
Hi.
Welcome to
Thank you so
Filmymantra.
much for that lovely intro.
You deserve all of that. First of all, Revati, people know about you. आपके interviews सबने देखे हैं. You were the sensation on social media. But I'd like to know what kind of a girl were you when you were a child?
I think जब I was young, I was quite similar to how I am now.
Okay.
In the sense कि मैं काफ़ी creative थी. मैं हमेशा से, I was dancing since childhood.
Okay.
Or yeah, I think my personality has not changed too much. I think in between maybe it was a little different, as I grew up.
Different as in?
Different as in I think I was very creative as a child. फिर बीच में, you get more studious, you get into other things in life.
True.
And then when I realized what my passion was, I think that side of me came back out later on when I was, an adult.
But आपके parents supportive थे?
शुरुआत में supportive नहीं थे in the sense that I think in our family arts are respected, लेकिन किसी ने ये professionally आगे लिया ही नहीं है. So it's a very different thing. It's a very different world for them altogether. So I think they're happy for me now that it's all worked out.
True.
But in the beginning, obviously, there are always hesitations.
Your name, Revati Mahurkar, is very Indian. It's a beautiful name. It's very Indian, but your upbringing is very international. What do you have to say about it? Because you were born in Tokyo and then you lived in Philippines and then you went to USA and now in Mumbai.
Yeah. I think it's nice क्योंकि you gain बहुत सारी perspectives है, in your mind and in the way you perceive situations and perceive the world around you. So in that way, it's really nice. You come with a lot of different kinds of experiences into whatever you're doing, whether that's professionally or with your friends, just how you navigate life. So I think of it as like a blessing. I think it's something that's really unique and something that I was lucky to be able to grow up with.
But to have that cultural intellectuality in you, इतना सारे cultures आपने experience किए हैं, does that also become a challenge कभी-कभी?
हाँ, बिल्कुल. I think, growing up it was tough because it's hard to shift schools at certain ages. It's hard to make new friends. So वो मेरे लिए काफ़ी मुश्किल था बहुत time के लिए. लेकिन as you get older, you process things in a different way. And then you look back and you can value those experiences. But of course, they come with their difficult moments as well.
But how is life different in USA and India?
Oh, I don't think मेरे लिए इतना different नहीं है क्योंकि मैं न्यूयॉर्क में रहती थी. So in my mind, New York is Mumbai's cousin from the other side of the world.
Okay.
वहाँ पे भी बहुत सारा मतलब बहुत भीड़ है.
True.
You know, there's constantly traffic, people,
True.
chaos, just the
Yeah.
same way it is in Bombay. So for me, it's not all that different.
Okay.
In the sense of how the energy of the city is, but yeah, I mean, I think there's a little bit more of a relaxedness
Okay.
in Bombay, slightly more. Obviously, they're both very busy cities,
Yeah.
but I think in New York, people are a little more intense, a little bit high strung. Here, there's a little bit of a nice, like also
Sure.
chill side of
Yeah.
things too, which I enjoy. I think
Okay.
that's a nice change of pace for me.
Yeah, I was watching an interview where you mentioned that none of your family members actually कोई भी नहीं था इस background में artistic background से
हाँ.
कोई भी नहीं था. Everybody chose something to do with academics or something. But
Yes.
when you chose to be a choreographer, how was your family's reaction?
You know, obviously they were hesitant
Okay.
क्योंकि जैसे उस इंटरव्यू में मैंने कहा था कि इस लाइन में कोई नहीं है मेरी फैमिली में. So they were hesitant, and it took them some time to adjust to the idea.
Okay.
Because I think the fear is just that what will your life look like?
Yeah.
Will you be set in life? Will you
True.
be stable? Just like any family
Yeah.
would worry about. And it's true that when you don't have that kind of grounding in any industry, it's brand new, and that too in entertainment, things
True.
change so much. It's not necessarily the most stable field by any
Yeah.
means. So that was there, but you know, I think क्योंकि मैं इतनी passionate थी, so there was nothing anybody could do to stop me.
Sure.
Because one way or another, I was going to go about getting what I wanted to
Yeah.
get and doing what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So eventually, you know, when they saw that, I think their also understanding changed and evolved with
Yeah.
me and with time.
Yeah. Now you're known as the Qatal girl, but you have also done a show called Hunarbaz Desh Ki Shaan. Would like to talk about it?
Yeah, very long ago
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
तो हुनरबाज देश की शान वो लोग एक इंटरनेशनल एपिसोड कर रहे थे.
Okay.
So उसमें they took some contestants from the US,
Okay.
I think maybe from Canada, just generally from the other side of the
Okay,
world
okay.
basically. So उसमें I got to perform actually. I got to do a fusion dance क्योंकि
Okay.
I have learned Kathak and I've also learned a lot of Western styles of dance.
Yeah.
So I did like a fusion with both of those on Apna Time Aayega.
Okay.
And it was shown in front of Karan Johar, in front of Pariniti Chopra and Mithun.
Sure.
So it was quite something for me because I had no connection to this
Yeah.
field or anything at that time. I was just dancing and doing my thing in the US. And I think shayad it was close to COVID
Yeah,
time
true,
also.
true. It was
So
close to COVID, yeah.
there's not a lot of other things going on. So
Yeah.
बहुत exciting थी मेरे लिए, and it was a great experience overall.
हुनरबाज और कत्ल के बीच में there's a long difference.
Yeah.
उस difference के बीच में कभी आपने explore करने की कोशिश की opportunities in India?
I think, you know, messages आते थे, DMs आते थे various production houses से कि
Okay.
we are holding this audition, we are doing this show. तो मैं material तो भेजती रहती थी, but you know, obviously when you're not based in India,
Sure.
people I think move on to the next person very fast
Sure,
because
sure.
I'm sure they figure also that, you know,
Accessibility maybe.
accessibility, then you know, auditions happen so fast, things
True, true,
change at the drop of a hat. So to fly someone out doesn't make sense for that stage of the process. So I kind of let that go. I would submit my materials where I could, but otherwise I was focused on building my career there. I actually सोचा ही नहीं था कि मैं यहाँ आके I'll do something. I was looking at that side of the world. I was with an agency there. I was building my dance career primarily.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was enjoying that thoroughly. So the segue to Bombay was really not expected.
Okay, but कोई ऐसी opportunity, if you look back in time, कोई ऐसी opportunity आपको याद आ रही हो जो आपने सिर्फ इसलिए क्योंकि auditions देने के लिए आप इधर नहीं आ सकते थे, कोई ऐसी opportunity if you remember?
Yeah, I mean, I think बहुत सारे थे. There was a show, I don't know if it was a show or a film, where they had, this casting director had told me that we're very interested in you for the lead.
Okay.
But that, obviously didn't pan through at that time. And I also couldn't follow up that consistently. Even, that small time difference is such a big thing. Ki if someone asks you, can you send us this audition by tonight or this morning?
Yeah.
For you, it's 1 a.m., right? So then to suddenly put your makeup on, get in front of the camera, quickly get those things done, it's not the easiest thing to do. So I think there was a film or a show like that, and then a lot of dance shows also.
Okay.
At that time, I was very interested thi. If there was going to be like a strong dance reality show, I would have loved that at that time.
But have you ever been approached, or have you ever also approached any dance reality show that I want to be a contestant in it?
I have never approached by myself that
Have
way.
you ever been approached the other way, let's say?
Yes, but in the same way, Instagram से. और जब मैं US में थी, so at that time it wouldn't have really worked out. एक बार I posted a really great dance concept video that got a lot of viewership and stuff, and I got
What was the idea?
It was to the song Nagin.
Okay.
And all the girls were dressed up. I think the most fun I had in the US was that I got to do certain Bollywood dance numbers with a very international crowd. Kyunki New York mein meeting dancers means meeting people from all over the world.
True.
People from all over the world come there to learn. So I had all ththese friends of mine. We were doing this dance video, and the choreography, our sync, everything came together really well, and it was on heels.
Okay.
And फिर I think एक dance show ही approach किया था कि can you bring these 5 girls with you and be on our show?
Okay.
And at that time I just laughed because I was like, there's no way I can get all 5 of my friends to India.
I mean, if the budget was good, you could maybe.
I think at that time probably they weren't willing to fly everybody out or something like that. And also getting people's schedules aligned is always a nightmare.
True.
So, and I just didn't consider it as such a solid possibility. Because I think a lot of times they also approach you at an audition stage. So then डर ये था कि कहीं ना मैं India आ जाऊँ and then they say कि you haven't passed the round. Then what would I do? I would have wasted that, coming all the way here. It's difficult for that kind of a thing.
That is why a lot of actors who wish to be an actor, they stay here. So it's easy for them to just go and give an audition. But मेरा सवाल आपसे ये है कि when you look a certain way, let's say when people know that your upbringing is so international, does that also bring a lot of stereotype that कि आप शायद इस role में fit नहीं होगे because you look a certain way or you talk a certain way, let's say?
So I'll say that nobody has ever said that to me directly, but I feel that it is true that there is, and I also don't completely disagree with that either. There obviously is a lot of other influences in your life, in the way you speak.
Yes.
And nowadays, the kinds of films and shows that are being made are meant to be a lot more relatable to Indians from all over India.
Exactly.
So to have that, I think, is amazing. I also think it's the job of an actor to be able to fit into anything that comes your way. So in that regard, I think all it says to me is that I have to make sure that I'm as, flexible in my performance as possible, that I could fit into all of these different roles. Because makeup or hair se kuch bhi ho sakta hai. I think you can look like anybody or anything, right? That's not the problem. The problem is giving a solid performance, being believable, and that's your skill and your talent, which, takes a lot of work.
Sure. अब हम बात करते हैं कतल के बारे में.
हाँ.
कतल आप तक कैसे आया? How did Qatal happen to you?
So Qatal, क्या हुआ ना? I got a DM from Bosco sir.
Okay.
He had seen one of my dance reels.
Do you remember which one?
Yes, it was to Chuttamali.
Okay.
Yeah, which is his song.
Oh yeah.
And so he had seen it, and मैंने देखा कि he's put a like on that video.
Okay.
So I was like, oh wow, cool, awesome. And then बाद में I didn't think anything further. But then later on I saw कि I've got a DM from Mr. Bosco Martis. So obviously I was excited. और फिर मैंने देखा उन्होंने कहा कि are you in Bombay? Do you live here? And I said नहीं, मैं यहाँ पे नहीं हूँ, लेकिन आती जाती हूँ. So next time I'm here, hopefully we can connect. And he said, yeah, of course, please let me know. So तब मैं ट्रैवल कर रही थी, मैं थोड़ी देर के लिए यूके में थी. I was actually assisting on a film there.
Okay.
And then I came to India, which is when we met up. Or during that time, I think they were starting to work on a couple of different songs that were happening. So I met Bosco sir, I saw his studio and everything, and he showed me, you know, a couple of songs they're working on.
Okay.
इसमें से Qatal था.
Okay.
And he just said that I think you're going to be very happy, Revati. And I was like, what does that mean? And then I found out he has shown my dance reel to Guru Randhawa.
अच्छा.
And Guru ने बहुत पसंद किया, and he had, you know, taken an interest कि let's take this girl in our video.
Okay.
And yeah, just like that, it was quite insane actually. Within a week, I think, you know, then we shot the video.
Oh my God.
Single day shoot.
Okay.
And then I think a day after, I was on a flight back to New York.
Oh God. And what were your expectations from the song? आपने जब गाना सुना,
Yeah.
obviously it's Guru Randhawa, it had to be a hit.
Yeah.
But आपके expectations क्या थे?
बहुत नर्वस थी मैं, क्योंकि गाने बाहर आने से पहले I had not seen the edit.
Oh, okay.
So I had no idea कि मैं कैसी लग रही हूँ इस वीडियो में. Again, it's my first video of this type, so I don't know how I've been captured, how I've been presented. तो बहुत ज़्यादा नर्वस थी मैं, और उस वक्त जब वीडियो बाहर आया तो मैं न्यूयॉर्क में ऑलरेडी थी. So I remember I was so nervous. I told my friend कि let's just go somewhere, let's go out, hang out, because this video is going to drop at I think midnight or 1 a.m. US time. So just stay with me.
Yeah,
You know?
okay.
So we went out, we, you know, had dinner, whatever. We hung out in Times Square of all places. And then I came home and I changed and everything. And then I just sat in my bed and I was looking at YouTube and I just kept hitting the refresh button, waiting until the video would pop up.
Okay.
Finally, Aya, and I just sat with my hands like this, watching it.
Yeah.
And I think it took a while for the whole thing to just sink in.
Yeah.
Like even talking about it, I can remember that like nervous feeling now. But obviously, you know, after a day or two, I was very happy, and the response was incredible.
True.
It was like a complete snowball effect. So yeah, it was lovely.
Usually what happens is एक गाना एक आर्टिस्ट ने किया है, let's say गुरु रंधावा का वो गाना था, people usually remember only the singer. It does not happen very often when a model is remembered, let's say.
Yeah.
An artist in the song is remembered in a certain way. But आपको लोगों ने इतना याद रखा, people have titled you as the Qatal girl.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
It feels so beautiful, I think, कि especially क्योंकि उस गाने में, you know, there's two of us.
Yeah,
also.
true.
So that way, it's not required that anybody had to praise me or remember me in this way. और वो भी मैं dance कर रही थी इसमें, but you can see it in bits and pieces. But people gave so much positive response to the dance portion. That was something that I didn't expect. So much attention will be on me. I mean, I knew the song would get attention because, as you said, it's Guru Randhawa. It's a great track. But that was a beautiful, I think, surprise. And I continue to be amazed by the number of people who are still tagging me in reels and DMing me. And it's quite something.
So what was, when you were shooting it with Guru Randhawa, how was it working with Guru Randhawa? Because he has already worked in so many hit. Obviously, he's a superstar now. He has already worked with so many models in the past.
Yes.
What was his behavior towards you?
Oh, he was lovely. I think he was so warm. You know, the first time I remember he came into the studio, obviously I was nervous a little bit. And I didn't know what to expect. But I remember he just, you know, started asking me questions, just started having a conversation with me like anybody else. So I think his overall energy was बहुत welcoming, and, you know, he was just sweet and warm and made it feel very natural.
Yeah. You are already a choreographer, right? You are a trained dancer. But फिर भी कभी ऐसा हो रहा था when you were facing the camera for the first time? Was that nervousness there? लग रहा था कि इतना बड़ा project है, गुरु रंधावा है, मेरे से कोई गलती ना हो जाए, ऐसा कुछ था?
Honestly, no. And I say that, you know, not to sound overconfident, but I did feel कि I felt like it was my moment, you know, कि इतने साल के लिए मैं training ले रही थी, I was very dedicated and focused towards what I was doing. So to finally get that moment to showcase all of that work,
Sure.
I think I just felt ready, and that, I think that was also a really nice feeling कि मैं कैमरा के सामने हूँ, इतने सारे मेरे पास में, there's a person doing the blower there, someone is
Sure.
yelling something here, someone is telling you the lights are flashing at you, you're asked to turn this way, that way. And it was a lot, but a part of me was just like, wow, I'm so glad that this has come at this time in my life. This was the how they say ki you don't get things before they're meant to happen.
Sure.
So I just felt like, this is the right time. This was when this was meant to happen, and I feel ready for it.
Sure. Qatal is a super hit song. सब हो गया, people have acknowledged your work, audience have loved you, reels बन गई, सब हो गया. But were there people from the fraternity जिन्होंने इंडस्ट्री से आपको actually reach out किया हो? कभी पहले नहीं किया, but were there texts from people from the industry?
Definitely a lot of people from the dance industry. Again, क्योंकि in that video I was majorly recognized for the performance aspect. So that was definitely a thing. One choreographer, Rajit Dev, who he's done a couple of Nora's videos. He's done I Hi, he's done Zalim. So he's wonderful, and I got to meet him, post this and everything. Badshah ne bhi mujhe message kiya tha ki congratulations on this video with Guru and everything. So that was amazing. And then I think, we could see that people were interacting with the posts, obviously. It was crazy to see people like Tamanna, people like Sri Leela, are all liking and interacting with this post, or the post that we were doing at that time. So there was a lot, and it was again all of a sudden, and I wasn't even expecting anything of this sort. So it was really amazing.
और एक और बात सोशल मीडिया में बहुत ज़्यादा चल रही थी जब कतल सॉन्ग हिट हो रहा था, that I'm very sure you love Nora Fatehi yourself also.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also Malaika Arora, but people were comparing you with Malaika Arora and Nora Fatehi, जिन्होंने बहुत ज़्यादा काम किया इंडस्ट्री में.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
Oh, that was, again, like, I couldn't even understand what was happening.
Did you read those comments where people were comparing you actually with Nora Fatehi?
I definitely saw the Nora Fatehi ones, and I thought that was very sweet. It felt like an honor to me that, to be compared to somebody who is really made a mark for herself in this industry. So that was a pleasure to read, and I can only hope to also carve out my own space moving forward in the same way. So.
Also, I was reading somewhere that now you've stopped teaching. Like you're staying in Mumbai, right, for a long time now.
Yes.
But when you're actually in an industry which is like this, like it's the entertainment industry, जहाँ पे काम आने को 10 projects एक दिन में आ जाएं, 10 दिन में एक project आए, या एक project साल तक भी ना आए. How did you prepare yourself for that?
I think, in every stage of entertainment, even before I had reached this point, that's true anywhere. कि जब आप एक teacher हो या just a performer, or choreographer, whatever it is like that. You have to be prepared for a lot of gaps, and time where you may not know what to do with yourself. Ki there's no work, or you're not getting that next thing that you expected. But I think, honestly, it's a blessing to have that as a learning experience early on, because I do think when things, and this is true of life overall, I think when things work out too fast, you never get that opportunity to know what you would do had they not worked out. So I think that space and that time, it gives you the opportunity to work on so many different aspects of yourself, which is great because you're prepared for the future, I think. क्योंकि kabhi na kabhi that time will come. And you have to be ready for it. You can't let yourself suddenly be feeling really bad about it, because it's just the nature of things.
And I was noticing that Rakhi Sawant follows you. How is
Yes,
that?
she does.
Because Rakhi, we know, is a star. Yeah. She's loved by millions and billions of people. Entire nation loves her. She's become international now. She's living in different countries. Now, did she text you?
She didn't I don't think she messaged me directly, if I'm remembering correctly. Because us waqt there were so many messages, it's sometimes hard to keep track of, what happened. Lekin I do remember seeing she started following me,
Yeah,
and I
okay.
just smiled because I was like, wow, okay, this is the first,
Yeah.
I think, major person in Bollywood to follow me. So
True.
it was just interesting, and I think I shared it with my mom or
Yeah.
one of my friends or something.
Also, I'd like to ask you. Now, I was watching these posts of yours with Karan Aujla, and also recently you posted that something big is coming up. Would you like to
Yes.
talk about it some way? Let's say.
ज़्यादा नहीं बोल पाऊंगी, but I can just say that we have completed our shoot,
Okay.
and there is something very exciting
With Karan
coming.
Aujla?
As I said, ज़्यादा नहीं बोल
Okay.
पाऊंगी कि क्या चल रहा है life में, but
But, yeah.
there is some interesting stuff coming up,
Okay.
and you know, we are now in the sort of post-production side of things.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys will see soon.
Yeah, can't wait, can't wait. Yeah, truly. I mean, I was watching that, I was like, oh my god, Karan Aujla, because he himself is a
Yeah.
big singer. So yeah. That was it for the first segment. We'll move to the second segment, which is the fun segment. Here, I'm gonna ask you some questions. So the first one is, if I were, I'm gonna ask you some questions, hypothetical situations. For example, if I were allowed to time travel, I'd go straight to.
I think I would go to like the 60s.
Okay.
Kyuki I love the 60s like hair and makeup they used to do in films.
True.
So I would love to be part of all of that and have that done.
Okay. If I were the Prime Minister of India.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What would I do?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I would do. There's a lot of things we need to do.
Yeah. If you were to swap your lives with any choreographer for 24 hours, who would that be?
I think Farah Khan.
Okay, yeah.
I'd love to know what her life is like on a daily basis.
But now you can, But now you can see, like, on YouTube, she's there and she's a superstar. Like,
Yeah.
she's already a superstar.
I would love to experience. And who is she has that one
lead,
servant they live.
The cook, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if you were given a chance to rewrite one moment of your life, what would that be?
Rewrite one moment of my life. I think maybe जब मैं छोटी थी, and I had, I think, said to one of my family members कि I want to be an actress.
Okay.
And it was one of my aunts, I think.
Okay.
Meaning not so close to me, but yeah. And she had immediately said to me कि नहीं, that's not a good thing to want to be. So I think if I could rewrite that, and have had that moment be her encouraging me, ताकि I wouldn't have to, not that I feel that I've struggled too much, but maybe I would have started looking into this career earlier on and had a slightly different approach. But things happen for a reason.
True, but does it bring a little bit of regret, let's say?
I mean, that's the thing. I think kabhi I feel that way, but not always. Because again, I do feel that certain things happen for a reason. And shayad if I was, pursuing this since a young age, maybe I wouldn't have made it so far. Who knows?
True, that's true. Everything happens for a reason, yeah. If you were not an actor, or let's say if you were not a dancer or a model or an actor, what would you be?
If I was not, I think I would be maybe a therapist, क्योंकि मेरी undergrad degree psychology में है.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I were in Big Boss, what would be my survival strategy?
My survival, I don't watch Big Boss.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay. You never watched?
I've never watched Big Boss.
And have you never been approached for it?
No.
Okay. Any reality show in India, have you ever been approached, let's say?
Dance reality shows. Yeah.
Okay. If I were to star in a web series, the genre would be?
I think like a rom-com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Any favorite rom-com movie?
What's a good rom-com movie? I just watched something recently. I'm completely forgetting because I've been on this streak of watching like these heavy Meryl Streep movies recently. So now all that's occupying my mind is that. Okay,
no worries. Are you foodie, by the way?
Yes.
So let's do an either or not that's based on food. Burger or pizza?
Pizza.
Pizza or khichdi?
Pizza.
Pizza or fries?
Pizza.
Okay, pizza pasta.
Pizza.
Pizza या pizza lover or gone? Pizza or biryani?
Pizza.
Pizza or rajma chawal?
Pizza.
Okay. Pizza or chole bhature?
Chole bhature.
Oh, you love chole bhature?
I love chole
Any
bhature.
favorite place?
No, not as such. In Bombay, I have to discover.
Okay. And in the US?
In the US, in New Jersey, there's
Okay.
a street which is, I think it's called India Street. वहाँ पे
Okay.
एक बहुत अच्छा
Okay.
place है जहाँ पे there's really good छोले भटूरे.
Okay, nice. Chole bhature or samosa?
छोले भटूरा.
Okay. Chole bhature or jalebi?
Jalebi.
Oh, you like sweets?
I love sweets.
Oh God.
That's the hardest part of
Ah.
my life.
But how do you manage?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's a
God.
struggle every day.
Okay, jalebi or modak?
Jalebi.
Jalebi, okay. Have you tried modak though?
I have, yes. Of course.
The authentic modak.
We are Maharashtrians.
Yeah,
We have
okay.
modak every year.
Oh. But do you know Marathi, by the way?
A little bit.
Okay.
Not an amazing amount. I should know more, but
Okay.
I could survive, I think.
Okay. Okay, jalebi or vada pav? Since you said you are Maharashtrian.
You may have stumped me. But I'm going to say jalebi.
Okay. Jalebi or pani puri? That's a
Jalebi.
Oh, you don't like pani puri?
I don't like pani puri. I love sev puri,
Okay.
but I'm not a huge pani puri person.
Oh God, okay.
Yeah.
Jalebi or ice cream?
It so depends on my mood, but I'll say ice cream.
Oh, okay. Ice cream or cheesecake?
Ice cream.
Ice cream or pav bhaji?
Ice cream.
Oh God, clearly ice cream wins. Kudos to ice cream. Now I'm gonna have some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
So these are also hypothetical, as you said. Okay, if I could be lifetime friends with one of my dance forms, what would it be?
With one of my dance
Forms
forms.
that
That's
we
such a
cut.
lovely question. I think heels.
Okay.
Heels, yeah.
But that's very tough, right?
It is tough, लेकिन इसके पीछे एक technique है.
Okay.
So if you learn that technique, then it's not as crazy as it sounds.
Okay. I read somewhere that you are a trained Kathak dancer.
Yeah.
And I read somewhere again, when you are trained in Kathak, you can do any forms in dance. Is it like true?
I believe it's true. I believe that if you have any classical based
Okay.
training, it makes it a lot easier to learn other dance forms as
Okay.
you get older, because you learn a certain discipline.
Yeah.
You understand how to learn a dance form.
Okay.
So it teaches you a lot.
But where did you learn Kathak?
I learned Kathak in the US.
Oh, okay.
US में मेरी एक teacher थी,
Okay.
who I used to go to every single week without fail.
Okay.
So at that time I was very passionate about it. बहुत practice करती थी मैं.
Okay. Now the next question is, which singer would you love to collaborate with next?
I think maybe Baja.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you were to be casted in a Bollywood movie tomorrow, what would you play?
Oh, that's such a great question. I think I would say like a romantic kind of lead
Okay.
of that rom-com
Okay.
genre. I think that
What kind of girl you would want to play? The shy one, or the girl who's very bold and loves to dance? Let's say.
I think the bold one who loves to dance.
Okay. Yeah, but the shy girls can also dance, but yeah, the bold one.
I think if she's a shy girl who eventually becomes
Yeah.
bold and
Oh,
dances.
yeah. That's a nice thought there.
There.
Yeah. One city where you dream of performing live.
Dream of performing live.
Mhm.
I think maybe in New York, I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah. Because New York has such a lovely, vibrant energy. So to be on a big stage there would be amazing.
Okay. One word your students or fans would use to describe you.
Silly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Why is that so?
I think especially जब मैं tired हो जाती हूँ, I
Okay.
get sillier and sillier.
Okay.
So I think a lot of my students especially
Uh-huh.
have seen me when I was like really tired, just like
Okay.
flopping on the floor and doing all sorts of crazy things.
Now let's move to the next segment, which is called the rule of thirds. All the rule of thirds is usually used in photography and cinematography. But now we have a segment called the rule of thirds. I'll ask you a question and you'll
Okay.
have to give 3 answers.
Okay.
So we'll start with, describe your life in 3 words.
Spontaneous,
Mhm.
creative,
Mhm.
and happy.
Okay. 3 qualities you look for in a life partner.
Ooh, honesty, uh, strong communication skills, and it's funny.
Okay, cute. आउट ऑफ द कॉन्टेक्स्ट, आपने अपने गाने से काफ़ी लोगों का कत्ल किया है, बट कोई ऐसा रहा है जीवन में जिसने कभी अपनी अदाओं या अपनी खूबसूरती या कभी अपनी सुंदरता से आपका कत्ल किया हो?
Oh,
एनी रिलेशनशिप?
of course, there are always things that happen, but yeah, I'm still waiting for the right person.
Yeah, always, because when you dance, जब आप डांस करते हो आपके अंदर कोई ऐसी क्रिएटिविटी होती है, people can see, like people always find you attractive. काफ़ी ज़्यादा ऐसा हुआ है लाइफ में?
Yes, I mean, I think, yeah, that's a given with the field, right? It comes a little bit with the territory, so that's always very sweet, of course. But मैं बहुत काम पे बहुत ध्यान देती हूँ, so I am pretty laser focused on that right now.
Okay. 3 all-time favorite choreographers.
Bosco sir. Farah Khan.
Okay.
And third might be Vaibhavi Merchant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Google was telling that you have also worked with Ganesh Acharya. Is it true?
I have, yes. Yeah.
When? Where?
Actually, उनका एक movie है.
Okay.
And that was filmed a couple of years ago, और उसमें मैं एक dancer थी.
Oh, wonderful. Which movie, by the way?
It's called Pintu Ki Pappi.
Oh God, cute.
So, उसमें एक गाना में I'm there.
Oh, wonderful. If not Qatal, name 3 songs you would have loved to be part of.
3 songs I would have loved to be a part of. I think I used to love Dance Meri Rani.
Oh yeah, wonderful.
With Guru.
Yeah.
I think that was a really fun one. I really enjoyed Dilbar. I think Dilbar would have been an amazing one to be part of. And then thirdly, I also really like Zalim, that Nora and Badshah together.
Seems like you're a Nora fan.
Yeah, of course. Who isn't, right? Who isn't?
True, that's true. Okay, 3 go-to comfort foods.
Go-to comfort foods. I think pasta, pizza, as I mentioned before, and ice cream, which I also kind of indicated before.
Yeah. 3 artists from any fields that inspire you.
Recently, I've been really inspired by Tate McRae in Hollywood, because I just feel like her dancing and her singing has been so incredible. So I've been really enjoying watching that.
Okay.
Then Madhuri Dixit ji has always been a huge inspiration, I think, since I was a kid. So I love watching her, her songs and dances even now, whether that's like her first songs to even the stuff she's done recently. And then thirdly, I would say I really enjoy Tabu Ma'am's work. I think she's an incredible actress.
Yeah, true.
Incredible actress, and there's something about her that just her performances are always so they sit with you, they stay with you.
3 basic rules of dancing as a beginner, let's say.
3 basic rules of dancing. Listen to your teacher. Don't think about taking videos. There's too much, I think, video taking of dancing, Instagram, all of that. Just leave your phone at home or in your bag or whatever. Forget about your phone.
Yeah.
And thirdly, have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, but now, okay, let's talk about it. Now, when we are in a generation, let's say, where there are 2 kinds of people. First, who want to keep their lives very private. They don't want to post on social media. And second, there are people who love to post their stories on social media, their journeys.
Yeah.
Let's say any talent that they have. It happened for you. Qatal happened for you via, right? Through this, right?
Through Instagram, yeah.
So what is your take on it? Because some people like to keep their lives very private, and the other ones are actually looking for opportunities through social media.
No, I think social media is a बहुत important tool है. There's no need to, not say that.
Yeah.
But, right time, right place, right time.
Yeah.
कि जब आप एक class में हो and you are learning or training,
Sure.
that's not really a time to worry so much about that.
Sure.
शायद बाद में if you've really worked hard on something and you film yourself and you post it, that's great, that's
Yeah.
awesome. No issues on that front. But I just think that don't make it your sole focus, because
Sure.
then you'll also never be happy.
Yeah.
If something good comes from that and it works out, awesome, great, you know. But it's always important not to attach too much to
Yeah.
the outcomes of any of these things.
Yeah. Another 2 questions I have. First, people seek validation on social media. Second, the trends which are going viral on social media. Let's say you're an artist yourself. I also love dancing. Now, this trend has come. You put a prompt and the AI will give you exact picture. That day is not far, I feel, where you put a certain kind of choreography in the prompt, and then you don't have to dance. You just put a prompt.
Yeah.
And then AI will generate your face, your body, everything, your structure, and
Yeah.
then performing. What is your take on it?
That's a good question, and I agree that it's very
Yeah.
likely that something like that
True.
could happen soon. But at the end of the day, I think good choreography comes from a lot of thought, a lot of intention. It's not just about throwing together a bunch of steps you've seen in the past.
Sure.
Essentially, this algorithm regurgitates information
Yeah.
that it's found from other places.
True.
But that true ingenuity, the true creativity is such a human thing.
Yeah.
So I have a hard time believing that an AI can replicate that.
But if it happens, let's say, how are you as an artist? How is your reaction to it? Let's say, if it does happen someday that it will create videos or photos, it will generate content which looks very real. As an artist, do you feel like it's not the right thing? Because then talent will somewhere, people will not showcase their talent. They'll just it will become so easy. Put that prompt and then you.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think there at some point needs to be a lot of regulation on
Sure.
these kinds of things.
Sure.
That sure, you do it, you post it, that's fine, and maybe there's an industry around that.
Yeah.
But we should all be aware कि
Sure.
ये AI generated है.
Sure.
क्योंकि अभी, you know, when most AI posts, they do come with a label that
Yeah.
says this is an AI generated
Yeah.
post. So I think as long as there's that indication, it's okay. You know, as long as nobody is getting cheated out of their honest work is all.
True. Let's move to the last segment, which is called the dare and share. Here, I'm going to ask you a question. Either you share, these are going to be tough, a little tougher than what we have already. So this one's going to be like dare or share. I'm going to ask you a question. You either choose share, you share it, or you choose dare, you perform a dare, I'll give you a dare. And if you don't want to do share or dare, you have to eat a chocolate in front of the camera.
Okay.
Okay. So first one is dare or share if you have ever been replaced by another actor.
Never.
Never happened. Okay. Dare or share if you have ever been rejected from a role because you looked a certain way.
Mm,
You have to share with details.
with the details.
Yeah.
I don't think it has happened for the way I look. No.
Okay. But has it ever happened for other reasons? Let's say.
Other reasons being, yeah, of course, you know, so many rejections you face
but
in
any
this
you
line.
remember recently?
Anything recently?
You have to share.
What did I just audition for? No, that wasn't a rejection. I think I might have to eat a chocolate for this
Or maybe
one.
do a dare.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to do a dare for this one.
Okay. Okay, now you have to act like you're giving an emotional award or acceptance speech for so much love people gave you for Qatal to the camera. Okay, but you have to give a speech.
Oh, I have to give
Yeah.
a speech too? Oh my god. Thank you guys so much for all the love on this video, and I hope you keep watching and staying tuned for the next one.
Okay, so next question would be dare or share if you have ever regretted anything badly in life.
Anything bad in life?
Anything you have regretted badly in life, like you should have not done it only. Chocolate, but let's first go to the dare.
Yeah, okay. Or sorry, I think I'm too excited for these chocolates. What is the dare?
I'll give you all of them if you don't perform any. Okay. So, do a what's in my bag right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That I can do.
Okay.
Yeah, my wallet is there. My keys are there. My lip gloss. My AirPods are here. And there's like some kajal and stuff stuffed in the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Done. Okay. The next question is Dare or share if I've ever considered quitting this industry once. Like, has it ever happened that because it's been a while since Qatal happened, right?
Yeah, for
Between
sure.
these 4 months, did you feel like, oh my god, maybe it's not working out, maybe I just quit?
Yeah, absolutely.
Has it happened?
Absolutely, yeah, of
Or
course.
share exactly why.
So, I mean, I think, there's a lot to learn about this field, and there's so much to understand, and it can be very overwhelming,
Yeah.
and I haven't, I haven't grown up here. Of
Mhm.
course, I've spent some time in Bombay, but and I visited a lot, but
Yeah.
I'm not from here that way.
Yeah.
And so coming all the way here, leaving
Mhm.
everything behind, of course, you have moments where you question that and you
Yeah.
feel like, I don't know if I did the right thing.
Okay.
But I think I've also learned within that time that patience is very important
Yeah.
in this field, and you have to just keep your hopes up and keep working on yourself, and
Yeah.
eventually things will click.
But you also feel like replacement also happens at the very moment in this industry. Like replacement has ever happened that you were told that you were initially going to be part of some project and it just suddenly happened that it shifted to somebody else?
It has happened, but not in a negative way.
Okay.
It's happened more in the sense that was not the right thing for me at this point. So I was redirected into
Okay.
something else.
Okay.
So it was a positive,
Yeah.
actually.
Okay. Now, dare or share if you have ever ghosted a director or producer's message because they were being fishy.
No, never.
Fishy.
I think, if I've ever felt anything like that, I usually just redirect the conversation back to work.
Okay.
And I've never felt it's come to a point where I've literally had to ghost somebody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dare or share the biggest rejection in your life. It could be anything.
Okay, actually, I do have a story for this,
Okay,
because
Very interesting.
it's kind of hilarious looking
Oh, wow.
back at it now. But in college, I auditioned for the Bollywood dance team
Okay.
in the US, in the school I was at. And I was so sure that I would get into this team because I was like, मुझसे better कौन है, right? At that point, I felt like I was great as a dancer, and like I knew all the songs and I knew the whole vibe.
Yeah.
And I put so much effort into that too. I
Okay.
remember. And then रात में 1 बजे they sent us all an email
Okay.
that these people have been selected, these have been rejected. And I was one of the rejected ones, and I
Oh,
felt
God.
so affronted because I was like, this is what I was counting on. This is where all my
Yeah.
friends were going to be, and this was going to be my college life. And I literally remember, I think I was crying and like
Yeah.
called my mom and everything. But now it's just funny to look back on that
Okay.
because it was such an irrelevant thing in so many
Yeah.
ways. So yeah, honestly, from an emotional point of view,
Yeah.
because the older you get and the more you understand about this
Yeah.
industry, you learn to brush off a lot of rejections.
Sure.
So, but at that time, that was one of like the most emotional things I felt.
And also when you feel like you're one of the best.
You
Yeah.
feel like you feel like why not
Yeah.
me? Like what did I do wrong?
Yeah. True. Okay, so I have another question. Dare or share a rumor about you that you find to be true, or maybe any big rumor about you.
Rumor about me.
Yeah.
Maybe just that I work hard. I think, and when I say, it's not a rumor exactly, like a lot of my friends will say that to me, that
Okay.
when I meet them, or people in passing will
Yeah.
say that, oh, you're so hardworking.
Mhm.
And initially it was interesting to me because I was like, I wonder what gives them that impression.
Okay.
But I now I feel that it's true. I do put in a lot of effort,
Yeah.
and I'm glad it comes across,
Yeah.
because it is something I do put my heart and soul into everything I do.
Sure. But why did it feel like a rumor? I mean.
I think just because so many people started saying it to me, even
Okay.
people जो मैं रोज जिससे रोज बात नहीं होती है, so I felt that maybe people are talking about this, or thinking this, even not in front of me. So in that sense, kind of like a rumor.
Okay. Now the last question for dare and share. Dare or share the most embarrassing moment of your life.
Most embarrassing moment of my
You can
life.
choose dare also.
Yeah, let's do. I have such a hard time with embarrassing moment because I think a lot of things are also embarrassing in the context, and now
Yeah.
it's kind of like, actually, it's fine. It didn't really matter.
I think in life that happens now.
Yeah.
In a moment you feel like it's embarrassing, but then when you look up to that moment in the past, you feel
Yeah.
like, okay.
I think I can generally say a couple of times it has happened where जब मैं नहीं थी यहाँ पे, I met a few people who are important in the industry,
Okay.
and I knew who they were. मतलब
Okay.
नाम से I knew who they were,
Okay.
and I knew their work and everything, but I didn't have that face recognition.
Okay.
So I met them and I smiled and I shook hands, but I had no idea who I was talking to. And
Right.
later on realized hua, and I felt so stupid.
Okay.
Ki I hope I didn't make a silly impression
Oh,
or anything
God.
like that. And then I was like, oh God, I really need to buck up and make sure I know exactly who looks like
God.
what, you know.
Do you know any famous one? Because this is how it is. The tricky part about this segment, you have to take names.
Oh God, no, I can't take this name. I'll get in trouble.
Okay.
So मैं नहीं बोल पाऊंगी. But
So,
that's the general story.
then are you ready for a dare maybe?
Okay,
Okay.
if I must.
Okay, give us an unpopular opinion about life.
An
That was
unpopular opinion
about life. Let's say a belief that a lot of majority people strongly believe, but you do not. Like some people would say dowry, let's say.
Yeah.
And then maybe if there's anything that you'd like to share.
I would say maybe that you know, that I believe in live and let live, right?
Mhm.
A lot of people believe that if somebody else is doing something that they don't like, that it's their job to go and tell them to stop doing it, or to pass judgment on it.
Sure.
And I just believe that, you know what, as long as nobody's hurting anybody else, live and let live, let them do as they want to do. It's really none of our business. So maybe that.
Okay. Now when you've done Qatal is a super hit song. It's been a while now. Do you also feel like that pressure? Because when you've done something such, like at a such big level,
Yeah.
people always put a mark on you that now they expect much larger things from you. Does that put a pressure on you of proving yourself yet again?
Not really, because I just feel like, again, I didn't start this journey with this idea of, you know, some idea ki who I'm supposed to become. I've started this journey doing the things that I love, and you know, focusing on my craft and moving forward through that. So I just believe that with that in mind, whatever comes next will be best for me, and as long as I continue to put my heart and soul into the work I'm doing, I'll be happy.
Sure. Yeah, that was it. Revati, I had a great time talking to you. You're one of the sweetest people I've met and I've podcasted on this show. Thank you so much for coming. I had a great time. Any one message that you have for your fans that you'd like to say?
Love you guys. Thank you so much. And stay tuned. There is stuff coming soon. We're working on it. But lots of love.